that I'm doing fine. You guys are on my mind. You asked me what I wanted to be, and now I think the answer is plain to see. I wanna be famous. Na 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 na. I wanna be famous. I wanna be
Welcome back, Spartans. I'm your host for the week, Nate. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving break. Make sure to stick around at the end of the show for an interesting video about social isolation. I want to kick off today's show with my best friend Gabriel's video on why it's hard to make friends.
Hi, my name is Gabriel, and today we're going to be talking about depression. Just kidding. We're going to be talking about why it's hard to make friends in high school. So you know how it's like hard to talk to people sometimes? Well, turns out other people experience that too. So let's see what other people have experienced, and who knows, maybe you'll learn something.
Like, there's already so many new groups out there. It's like hard to put yourself out there sometimes. And I say some advice I'd give you is like, just like try and be yourself. Don't change yourself for anyone, and like have fun in high school. Yeah.
I'm Jaden Hardison, and I think it's hard to make friends in high school because there's a lot of people who don't want to get out of their comfort zone, and I think that just, you know, if you got out of your comfort zone, you'd make so many friends.
My name is Jacob Chavez. I personally think it's pretty hard to make friends in school because of the amount of different types of personalities there are. You know, there's some people that don't really fit in with you, and then there's just also is people that do fit in with you. So I think it's just hard to find the people that do fit in compared to finding the people that don't.
Took you long.
My name is Jordan, and I think it's hard to make friends in high school because there's so many different people who like so many different things. Like, yeah. No, I'll hold it for you.
My name is Aiden Clark, and I don't think it's really that hard to make friends in high school because everyone's like more social and they're not trying to be nonchalant.
Hi again. Those were some pretty great interviews, right? Especially that one with Jaden Hardison. I love Jaden Hardison. Anyways, that'll be all for me today. So, see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Wow, that was pretty sick, including the guy at the end. But do you know what's not sick? Lack of work ethic. Speaking of that, let's get into Danny's video about AI and work ethic.
What's up, Spartans? Today we're going to be interviewing students and teachers on the good and the bad of AI. Let's go.
My name is Mr. Quijas. I believe that it's easy to tell when people are using AI, and I think that one of the things that we need to do is try to stay away from it as much as possible in the classroom setting. The best option would be to keep phones and even computers away from students when having just conversations. I think that the more that we rely on artificial intelligence, real intelligence begins to fade away.
In terms of AI, I figure there's such a thing as ethical use of AI. So there's some benefits to it. It kind of frees you up to be able to do other stuff. But obviously, like for students, you know, who use it to work on assignments, you know, that sometimes I think that's a detriment to them. So as long as it's an ethical way of using it, I would say I'm in favor of AI.
My name is Valentina Vasquez, and I do use AI on my assignments. I mostly use it on physics, even though it's like harder to cheat, but I still use it. It's a really hard class, and I don't know, it is difficult.
So I try to teach my students to use it reasonably. I don't ever allow them to use it to write the reports and never turn it in. And I've told students that if you ever use it to write a response, you need to go back and edit it. So that way you make sure, because AI is not perfect. So again, like with anything else that we create in technology, AI is a tool. It matters how we use the tool in order to make ourselves more efficient and more effective at our jobs. Thank you.
Thank you, Spartan student and teachers. I personally think that
AI is good and bad for classroom use. I think it helps you understand the subject a little bit more, but also promotes cheating. Thank you for everyone who did the interview, and until next time.
That was an exquisite video, Danny. You know what's also great? Relationships. Speaking of them, let's get into Samara's video about relationship red flags.
Hi Spartans, my name is Samara Cameron, and in my opinion, getting to know people is a little bit tough. So today I'm going around asking people what their opinion on red flags are.
A red flag in a person? Okay, so for me, I think something that's really big with red flags is how many exes they got. How many exes? If you got 10 exes, nah. Even if you're just a girlfriend, like you're just one of my friends, nah, I'm sorry, I just don't. I think that's a red flag because it's just like, sorry, I'm about to get canceled. I'm about to get canceled for saying that, but I just think that, like, if you fail that many times, like 20 times already in high school, just give up.
So my red flag would be somebody a guy who drives a Charger. That's a big red flag. Like, that just means they're a manipulator and everything, so yeah. Just like, not my own experiences, but other people's experiences that I've heard, yeah.
When you can't really cook, because I like yummy food, you know?
In my opinion, a red flag is when a couple is never able to talk to each other, but they're able to talk to random strangers for hours.
Because if you're able to talk to random strangers, that's kind of weird, in my opinion. But also, you're not able to communicate to each other, which ends up in a horrible relationship.
Those are also very interesting opinions. In my opinion, I think the most red flag somebody can have is if they just don't communicate for no reason. That's all for today, Spartans. Bye.
Wow, thank you, Smart, for that interesting video. You know what's my red flag? Someone who still talks to their ex. Jennifer. Anyways, our final story is Damien's video about social isolation, which is the first in a series of videos on this subject. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials, and I'll catch y'all next time.
Got a little paper. I'll bet it's a warrant for my arrest. Isn't it wonderful? I'm going to jail. Merry Christmas. Reporters. Where's Mary? Mary! Oh, look at this wonderful old drafty house. Mary!
When I was a kid, I remember being engulfed in movies. It was one of the only escapes that I really had from the fact that I couldn't actually make any friends. That was until I watched Demolition Man, and watching what was supposed to be a scene of him just dancing and being free, I realized, this is you. You're just blocking everything out because you're scared. Now, as I got older, I started to meet different people, even if I didn't want to, and they honestly made me feel amazing at the fact that I had talked to them. There was the issues, there was all the noise. And you know, just finding one person who even cares enough to indulge you in your delusions, they don't even make you feel weird for just being yourself. If there was any one way to perfectly describe what that connection looks like, or what any connection looks like, it would be this final scene from the movie It's a Wonderful Life. I remember watching this scene as a kid and seeing this impact the main character had of spending time with and being kind to people he didn't have to be. The universal way that even after everything, even when he felt useless, it all came together from just the fact that he wanted to connect with somebody. Then this single thought just kind of popped into my mind while watching this after everything, and that's, this could be you. But that story can't finish because this isn't even the video. This is just the precursor.